Ready?
Yeah.
No, I suppose I need to.
Great. Good. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Steuben County Drainage Board meeting. August 18th, 2025. First item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for August 1. First and second. Further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Nice.
Aye. Number two is scratched.
Yeah.
All right. Item number 3, petition to make mutual drains regulated. Ground wells, mutual tile, and open drains, Scott Township, section 19. Surveyor's report, petition finding. What do we got?
Well, this was a tile that had been worked on. We looked back in the books. It was worked on, never officially became a tile. So we went out there. Greg took a bunch of pictures. We both went out there and inspected it. It's in good working order. We do have a signed petition from all affected landowners.
Yep.
So they are wanting to turn this. So Brown Wells is not the official name of the tile. Official name. That's what we came up with because it affects mainly Adam Brown and Richard Wells. So that would be the name for it. I'm not quite sure. We turned one on before up at 350 east and 200 north, so I'm not real familiar with how this
Process on that?
process goes. See, there you can see the new pipe and it's running great. Got plastic pipe. So it is in good working order.
Yeah.
The ditch was dipped out a number of years back. No, we didn't do that. I wouldn't have done it.
It's in the surveyor's report.
Yeah. Sure. It's approved by me. The report's approved by me.
You said that was converted in 19, that whole drain is plastic then? Not just.
Well, no sections of it are. I would assume still in clay. I don't know for sure. Again, we can't see what's underground. We see the riser in the front yard. We see some pick'em bottoms that Larry would have put in right there. There's a flag. Larry would have put that into backup one too. That's in the front yard. It's flagged, representing. You can see it's plastic. Yeah. That's facing straight east, looking towards the east. It goes down and crosses 100 north and runs into an open ditch.
Petitioners are aware that they're going to be subject to a 75-foot right of way on either side of the drain as well. Agree to that?
brown wells tile and open drain in would be part of a larger drainage basin, correct?
Yes, yeah, part of Judge Cole.
So we're already paying assessments for the Judge Cole. Or entities paying into the,
It's not gonna have its own maintenance unit, it's just gonna become part of the regulated drain system within the Judge Cole regulated drain. Is that they're gonna be subject to a right of way since it actually goes through their property and that they're affected by that particular drain.
And the whole entire Judge Cole is made up of about 3,500 acres there in section 4 of the surveyor's report.
how many property owners are there in the Judge Cole drainage?
Total
Okay,
property owners, there's a little over 1,000.
Okay. So then all those 1,000 people then will be part of the assessment for maintaining in the future, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I'll come out with Judge Cole.
That requiring.
Consent waiver.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, of the ones affected
Sure.
as per that section 36(9)27(18).
Right,
All the affected landowners signed that.
but if all, did you say 1,000 property owners that are in there are gonna be paying into a maintenance fee, into a maintenance,
They're already paying
They're already
into,
paying.
no, but they're adding to it.
they're adding feet of pipe. Yeah.
So they're, if I'm paying $1 for a mile, and all of a sudden I'm paying $1 for a mile and a half, $1 may not support a mile and a half. Just as a, I'm trying to make that a simple
Yeah, no, I get it.
analogy there.
Again, the last time we had this is when we turned the Montfields
Mhm.
tile on. This is only the second time we've done it since I've been in office.
And this one appears to be in very good shape based on the information you provided.
Mhm.
But that's today.
Yep.
Maybe 100 years from now, maybe.
Yeah, 20.
Well, but is it? We're still controlling the water of the Judge Cole. I mean, this is helping to control that water. So this is part of that process. So,
It's already going into it.
Yeah, yes.
It had been, like I said, it had been worked on before. I guess the money would have been taken out of the Judge Cole, but we're just trying to.
This is the
keep things
actual
proper.
Judge Cole drainage ditch right here, so it all
feeds into it.
feeds into the Judge Cole drainage ditch.
There's definitely a defined ditch in there.
Mhm.
Again, the yellow is the pipe and the white is the open ditch.
And that's the start of the pipe up there on top.
Yep, starts here.
Nothing else dumped into it. The tiles.
Okay.
At least not regulated.
Not regulated, yeah. I believe there's a small private one here. And there's some kind of private.
Right where your cursor's at too, there was some pretty major flooding a number of years back, am I correct? Before we were in on,
Yeah.
before I was here.
Yeah, Richard Wells owned all that property before, and I'm sure it was one of those deals where Larry was trying to help him out.
Any,
Is that property up there where the drain goes around, was that Richard's original house back there?
Sure, it might, he talked about it, the original farm.
Say what? Yeah, there we go. That's about it.
this property here,
No,
oh. There is a house he owns.
At the head of that tile.
Oh,
No, that's a new house.
yeah.
Adam Brown's lives there now.
He works for the state highway department.
Yeah. So,
Unless it's the one out front and they just built that one behind it.
It's a pole barn.
this one was.
That's
Yes.
correct.
100,
Okay.
east, past 100 east and that curve.
Let's turn off the liberties.
Is that a date for a public hearing or? Yeah.
No, if we do it this way, because we already have a consent waiver, findings of fact, then yeah, we wouldn't need to have a hearing because we have those signed petitions.
See, that was my question, even though it affects all those other property owners. 'Cause you're adding to there. That's why I was curious since it required.
It's not considered a reconstruction or anything like that, or just a mutual drain is being regulated.
And it's
You can
already,
have a public hearing, but you're not required to.
it's already dumping into that drain anyway.
Right.
It's already taken that water.
But again, you're putting that added footage, the cost of repairs,
Future
replacements,
maintenance, yeah.
future maintenance on the entire body. That's to my point of why I thought there might need to be a hearing,
Not
so that
according to that code.
everybody else could. Okay. I have a good understanding now.
Well, I guess it'd be the same thing as far as take away, like we did, just, we vacated.
Yeah, you
the tile.
vacate.
Right.
Sure.
So we can
Goes the other
vacate,
direction.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Motion?
Motion to assume jurisdiction of the Brown Wells Mutual Tile Drain, Brown Wells Mutual Open Drain, and Pigeon Creek Basin, Scotts Township, Steuben County.
Second for further discussion.
First and second. Further discussion.
Okay, so do we need to go through the finding of facts? The same as what we would.
You can either have Don read them out loud, or you can just look at them for you.
Just refer to them.
It's a little process that we do.
It says all affected landowners have sent notice of the proposed establishment of regulated drain and plans within the watershed. So does that mean all of the landowners within,
All affected landowners,
well, it's all affected because they all pay into it?
which are the same ones that signed the petition. So it's the only
Should I
ones that are
quit? Am I-
affected by that
Oh, you're
particular
okay.
drainage system.
Reading too much into this.
Thank you. The people that lose 75 foot in an easement are the ones that are the.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't disagree with that.
And yes, they did, that is on the petition itself, that they agree.
So I guess on the other side of things, when we vacated it, there was only one landowner, or one affected landowner. So. And I have a
There was
question.
no maintenance being paid in on that one either.
It
True.
was, it was, when it was regulated and then we vacated it. No.
You're talking about the last one, just
The
did
last
down by, Ohio.
Oh, the Nathan Metz one,
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, you're right, normally
right.
one we vacated in, I see your argument. I'm not sure that that's.
Not necessarily arguing it, I'm just saying that you're adding more linear foot of tile and an open ditch.
But is that addition benefiting
The other 994 property owners.
well, not maybe not every one of them, but I would imagine it would still be some of them.
Yeah,
Just
not
like every, not
landowner.
every tile is, not every landowner is benefited by every figure on the tile, but as a whole.
We've been maintaining it, or it's been maintained out of the watershed collections. Out of that. It has been in the past, yes. The ditch was dipped, I mean,
I think that's when Larry put the
Okay,
drain in.
so we're just trying to make it official. And I guess I have a question too, if I may.
that actually makes more sense now. We've already used funds out of that.
So it's- If I may ask too, then, we threw it out there like, hey, Brown Wells tile sounds legit. Is it okay to use that?
That's how it's normally done, right?
Guys, they can
Okay.
use whatever.
Whatever you want.
It's the two landowners and
And that's why.
Adam Brown is the one that petitioned it initially.
That's normally the protocol you guys use for.
That's why we have like
tiles, so-
George Shrimplin and.
Well, we've only needed two of them. It's the one up by 350
Follow the
North.
cycle offline.
No.
Sure, it's gotta be a lot, but it usually goes by the landowner. So.
Prefer my name not being on the file. I don't know how Rick feels, but.
Yeah, that's one.
You probably have.
Probably is.
I don't know if it is.
A lot of light around this town, shape on it.
Yeah. Nope.
I know in the range there is a J sleigh bar tile.
All right. Any more discussion?
We need to refer to the finding of facts, so in the motion or not?
You need to approve the finding of fact first,
Okay.
and then you approve the petition to make a mutual drain and regulated drain.
Okay, but we have a motion and a second on the floor.
Yes.
That we need to withdraw those and then do the findings of fact. And then we
Withdraw them or
make-
just let them die.
Or that be proper.
Then we just let the, put them on recess until we can snooze.
You're more the Roberts rule than I am. According to our council, he says we need to do one before the other.
You do them together, but you need
Actually,
to have a motion on both of them.
on the findings of facts, the final thing on number 24 is that the final order form of the board is approved for said drains, which would be the final.
All right, the fact first. So let's do it right, I guess.
Draw the motion.
I'll withdraw my second.
We have a withdrawal of motions. We vote on that? No.
Now findings of fact.
Yes. Accept a motion for the findings of fact. Or accepting the findings of fact.
Did you do that out or?
You don't need to, in fact, you got a consent waiver and there's no public hearing, so.
Okay.
It's not me.
We need to approve the final order before we do the findings of fact.
No, approve the findings of fact and then approve the findings.
Need a motion.
But number 24 on the findings of fact is whether or not that the final order form of the board has been approved for the drains.
Yeah, but you need I think you need something in the record for both. You can do it at the same time. You can approve the findings of fact and the order, but there's something in the record that you
Well, that's why I
actually.
was trying to decide which order. This one needs this and this one needs that, but
Package deal.
do you want a motion to accept the findings of fact? Make regulated drain or make drain regulated, brown wells tiled drain and brown wells open drain as part of the 561 Judge Cole, file number 2501,
Nine.
or excuse me, 9. And also the final order as the assumption of jurisdiction of the brown wells tile and brown wells open mutual private drains in the 561 Judge Cole watershed.
That'll work.
Does that work?
Yes.
I think you got it.
Good.
I'll say.
All right, first and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
I want to Scott.
You guys need to sign now, the back?
So
There's a copy.
you seconded it, but then you're opposed?
You can, second doesn't have to vote with, and it's a small meeting thing too, so you can probably, even the person that makes a motion can vote against, but unquestionably, the person that makes a second can vote against.
That's, you do it all the time.
That means you're.
Guys, you want me to sign that too?
Oh, that's your one.
Yes, he is.
No, and you look,
Thanks, Rick.
all right. Kind of like this morning's meeting.
I signed it.
I don't pass anything fast.
All right.
Where is the final order?
Jim has it.
Oh, okay.
He's signing it.
Here we go. Item number 4, the H. Wegler updates.
Greg talked to John Ritchie. Greg, why don't you go ahead and tell them when you talked to John Ritchie from the Corps?
Yeah, so talked to John Ritchie from the Army Corps.
He's who we met out there, Andy.
He's still going through the report. Next month or so, we should have an official letter. He didn't give me an official determination, but he's leaning towards agreeing with it. So, he said he does have people above him that he has to give his determination to as well. And as long as they're okay with it, he will have a letter, official letter next month or so.
That's on that 60-page report.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's required out there.
And then at that point, I guess we'll have to,
You're fine.
I guess at that point, then you guys will have to decide if we're gonna assume jurisdiction of the extra approximately 500 feet that was added.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that? So we'll have to go through this again. We just went through. But again, it's new construction, so we should not have to touch it in our lifetimes.
See the engineering or the plans.
Correct, yeah, for man, so.
All right.
Thank you.
And this was up next to what they were wanting to do on vegetation.
Well, there's gonna be some
Oh, the boys.
delineation that they're gonna have to
Yeah.
add some waterways and stuff too, so.
This is on the north side of that in there around the Boy Scout camp. They were wanting to be closer than the recommended distance away from that open ditch.
Yeah, we give them a variance.
Yeah. Then this butt right up to that. Or is that further north?
It's only is there a permanent structure within the right of way? They'll be subject to a 75-foot right of way.
Talking about the H Wagler. That's by Matt's.
It's 850 east, 400 south.
Are you looking at the next?
Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's why it didn't make sense.
This is just an update on,
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Alan, all right, now we can move on to the one today. Number 5, the petition for reconstruction. Number 536, Arthur Hoyer regulated drain.
Okay, so we had a signed petition for this one too.
You have yourself, right?
So you got 2 estimates, Greg, from engineering firms to design a reconstruction. One of them was $20,500 to design. Yeah. The annual income is $998.42 on this drain, and it's a negative balance of $1,096.24.
Need it engineered because it crosses the state highway.
Because he's not certified engineer or surveyor, so they have to design it. So anything that is designed for a recon, you have to have it engineered.
And we'll have to have a reconstruction on it because over time that was put in muck ground. Muck ground, they say, can sink up to an inch a year. Through the years, right now the tile's trying to push uphill. So in the area, mainly here, is where it's flooded. What is there, Tom? Approximately 7 acres that's flooded?
Depends on the rain, yeah, but
History shows too, this used to be a 40-acre woods.
20 acres.
A
across the
20-acre
road.
woods.
Yeah, 20.
Now you can see there's waterways in here. They're farming through it. So this whole watershed is made up of about 350 acres. We can see the waterways and they're just dumping on town here on the Hasselman farm, rather. So we did shoot from here to here. We have enough fall, but through the woods here, we're gonna have to go pretty deep because like I said, the muck has settled over the last. Did we do a report on that? It was installed around 100 years ago, correct? And so the muck is settled, so we're gonna have to go through that again, redo our grade and get more. So I don't know if they're gonna tell us we need to, because we're flattening out the grade, if we're gonna have to go to a bigger pipe. You know, because the grade's gonna be flatter now, so we may have to go to a bigger pipe. Again, regardless, I know from here to here, just the main alone of 18-inch, which is 16, which they don't make 16 anymore. Just the pipe alone for the main is approximately $40,000. And then we're gonna have to do some installation yet too. We'll probably have to add some stone to it because it is so deep. Yes, well, yeah, a little bit of tree removal. I know Greg and I went out there in this area. What was it, last summer or the summer before? And we got the side-by-side stuck, so
Yeah.
time in to bring out a tractor and run over Stoy's corn and. Boy, no, I didn't know you did. So I guess we're just, we have a petition, it's just, I'm not quite sure where to go on this from here.
It doesn't even have enough to pay for engineering at this point. And if we have, we have to have a reconstruction hearing.
Mhm.
However, if the reconstruction hearing does not pass, we still have that 20,000 plus debt from the
Right.
engineering And so I know when it's somebody that wants to construct a brand new drain, and if the hearing doesn't pass, the person that petitioned to construct the new drain absorbs the cost of the engineering. So we're wondering if that's gonna be the same case with a drain that's already existing but needs to be reconstructed.
And then Greg punched some numbers and we're talking, $50 to $60 an acre. We're gonna have to bring this thing from, what is it, $1.90 an acre? To $50 to $60 an acre, so to pay for this.
So how many landowners do we have in this unit?
Well, there's only 348 acres, so I don't think that's a very big watershed.
But off the top of your head, how many affected landowners?
About 6 acres we have a.
It's still,
Yeah, there's maybe 20
Yeah,
taps,
if
and a
that,
lot
yeah.
of them own several parcels.
It's kind of funny too, that one lateral goes right underneath the.
Doesn't this all flood through here too, Tom? In this field?
They've got,
This house back through here?
they've got grass waterways up there that take it all away. Now,
Up here, I know it does.
right where,
It-
in that low spot in the road, it floods, but you gotta go on
it's
farther
right through
north.
here.
You gotta go farther north. Right
Well,
there.
up there's the intersection.
Yeah,
Right in there.
I'm probably looking at it wrong. Yeah, it does flood the road there sometimes.
Yeah, right in
Yeah,
there.
right in there, yeah.
Yeah, this lays in water quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, it,
Chip, what, did he repave it? He went to go look and could not find the tile where across the road.
It looks like.
Did they repave that road yet? Did they repave 100 yet?
no,
Right, that watershed is where
particular
it's
watershed.
outlined.
It is south of that, but
He used to all be one watershed. That's.
that's what I'm really
Wonder where they-
struggling why that's a different watershed in there.
When they created the Elijah Shoemaker and then Chap Lemon watersheds too, so they would all take care of their own tiles
Mhm.
that are directly benefited by it.
So this includes the state ground there too,
Yeah.
right?
We went through, I don't think
no,
that this,
it looks like it's cut out, or is that, oh, no, you're right.
It looks like they own
Yeah.
that square.
this, we drove through it. I don't think
Right.
this is connected anymore, but this is why it's underneath the state. That little building there. What do they use it for?
that building covers their sewer system back.
Well, and that's why I
Yeah,
don't know if that's right. I hope it's not right. I hope
think it's a
not.
salt barn.
no, it's sewer.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's why they want to hook the angles.
State would be one of the participants, I guess.
I think that's in the works anyways.
And they're assessed for the right of ways too.
How many did you say, 20?
With that, I mean, you can tell it's all farmers.
It's all
There's 21 parcels, but the same person owns several alone.
Yeah.
So is your number to pay for it in how many years?
Reconstruction has to be repaid in 5.
So that was calculating 5 years
That's correct.
at that amount,
Yeah.
it's what, $40 to $50 an acre,
Probably gonna
I
have.
know closer to 70
$70 an acre.
for the recon.
Well, yeah, that's because it was before we knew engineering was gonna be that much. So, I mean, at $900 a year coming in, I had Courtney come in, Dave Diltz Excavating come in and do some exploratory. Well, in one day you can burn up 2 years like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It would take long to burn up $1,800, so, we're just kind of flat in our face, not quite sure where to go from now.
You're thinking the estimate then to reconstruct that's probably gonna be in the area of about 100.
100, probably just to install the pipe, just the main alone, how many feet is it?
3,900 feet.
3,900 feet of 18-inch. That alone would cost approximately $40,000 just for the pipe, then add stone, then add labor, so you're well over $100,000 there. Plus now we have a $15,000 to $20,000 engineering fee too. So I guess this is just kind of a meeting before a meeting as far as, I'm not quite sure what direction you guys want to go with this. If we want to go for having a full-fledged hearing and ask for,
The thing is, that you have to have it designed
Yep.
first
we have to have it
before.
designed first, so.
So because you have to have the plan. So the big question is, are we gonna be on the hook for that engineering fee or is the petitioner?
And we're talking 20 years in debt.
Yeah.
Just like that, as soon as we get the engineering done.
It's already over a year.
Especially we're saying it's all or nothing, like, we're gonna do it or not do it.
It depends on if the landowners want it to happen. if it
That's like,
passes.
yeah,
It's got to outweigh the cost.
Yes.
Landowners object and can prove.
We have one here.
let's say, are you aware of or you got a feel of your surrounding landowners to,
Feel of what?
their opinion on this?
I believe Tim Fabright was probably the biggest.
Yeah, he owns these properties.
No, I haven't. I don't know, but nobody's gonna jump up and clap, I'm sure.
Well, he was not a petitioner. I don't believe he was one of the petitioners.
Most of the ones that sign do not actually own land.
I think we have tenant farmers who actually rent the land and I think they're allowed to sign.
But the landowners are the ones that can object or have to say.
Okay.
That's in your field, Tom?
So,
That's in your field where it's wet?
Yeah.
How many acres are you losing there?
Four to seven, and it's more of a nuisance than anything. You gotta drive around it and dodge the holes and it's, yeah, then they get stuck or almost stuck trying to get up to the edge of it.
I know way back, it would have probably been close to 20 years ago. I went out personally and worked on it. When you're working on it, it's always underwater. You gotta have a guy standing on the pipe so you can throw dirt on it. It's just, it's been in need of reconstruction for a number of years, if that's the route you guys are gonna go.
So the tile, once it exits that low spot, from there on, is all clay tile too, or is that plastic, or what is it?
It's clay all the way down. It's in decent,
I thought that's Steuben was.
that's, okay, let me back up. Dave Dilt's excavating did replace through the
He put
woods.
some plastic through the woods, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it more over where that clear spot is?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
It's got-
But I know, right down by the 69 right of way, we did expose that. It was yellow clay, which tells me it's a newer clay than the old orange clay, and it did appear to be in nice shape.
But the only problem is back here in that low area.
Sure, so again, though, we're gonna have to go through and replace that though, because we'll actually have to lower the grade. Right now, where his cursor is right now, is actually lower, and it's having to push uphill to the woods and then on down to 69. There's a big old,
So why don't we fix what's through the woods and raise that up to a height, or is that too shallow?
Sure, so we're gonna actually, to build grade, we're gonna actually have to basically go back to 69 to flatten this grade up, because from here, Rick, it actually starts going up pretty quick. It follows the grade, and as soon as it gets up to here, it drops back down again. Once it gets in that muck, it drops back down, so there's a big old hole in the pipe, if you will. Because this over years, because it's muck, the ground is sunk and took the elevation of the pipe down with it. Does that make any sense?
The surface elevation is lower than it was years ago as well.
Along with, yes, the surface, and it also brought the pipe back down too.
I guess that was my question. Why don't we just raise the pipe up? But if that,
Because we'd be out of the ground.
okay.
I think we want to upsize the tile too, which requires.
Well, if you're gonna flatten out the grade, you probably have to upsize the tile.
And you don't want to open that up to an open ditch.
I think maybe Tom would be okay with it, but I know that the lady through the woods, help me out.
Judy, was Hartman, Judy Remke. Yeah,
Does not want that open. So again, to gain that grade, we're basically gonna have to go up to 69, at the far south or across 69, start there and flatten the grade out and give it less of a. We do it right, it's gonna be good for another 100 years, we hope. So. It's just, you know how people complain about a 600% increase, this is gonna be, I don't know the percentage of math, but going from $1.90 to 50 or 60
That's for their
years.
maintenance though. This would be a reconstruction, which is.
It was
software
correct,
assessment.
yep.
We need to have.
But the rate would still have to go up to have,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's- it needs to.
Good place for a pond. You need a pond back there?
gotta have an outlet for that though.
There's still one there.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We don't call them ponds, we call them water recharge areas.
that's what I've been for a long time. No, I thought about that, really.
Yeah.
But it's not really good. Pretty soft around it. It'd be a nice,
Maybe a question for somebody else under the table. Can you have a reconstruction hearing prior to having the engineering?
That was my kind of idea, was to get a feel of how the
You can have
landowners
an
feel.
informal
but-
hearing. You can have an informal.
Yeah.
input.
Like an
Input meeting.
That might be the direction. I mean, I'd like to hear from everybody else. there if they're
I have
willing
no
to-
idea where to start. Getting that, talking that kind of money, get an idea of what people actually want. And they're gonna want information on what we're able to give them that information of what we're looking at,
Invest that kind of money, a lot of
Yeah.
money for engineering.
so.
Again, I just, I feel for Tom, we got on the east side of the road, on the east side of 400, you can see the waterways and the beacon there. I mean, they're just, when it rains, it's dumping across the road. Pipes, culverts across the road that aren't recorded in the beacon.
Wait,
Um,
can you put that?
Yeah, can you put the culvert one on?
That culvert? Which one?
Just that map
forward.
that shows the basin.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Okay. You can still see it. Is any of the water just to the northwest of that going down into there? You might just north, yeah, like in that area, it looks like there's water.
Yeah, there's
Open
another,
ditch.
there's another open ditch up here.
So is all that flowing north?
It's like some of it goes that way and some goes this way.
It's a little bit to the east, it looks like there's stuff flowing down.
What's under 69? Do you know?
I think it's clay. We just went up to the right of way, so I'm sorry. fence, which should be the inside of the fence, we just went up to the fence and stopped, and it was yellow clay, which tells me again, yellow clay is probably more of an updated clay than the old orange stuff. And it appeared to be in good shape.
I might be inclined to have everybody, I don't know if you'll get people to come in here or if we just wanna.
Well, we'll send out letters for sure,
Say
invite
that's
them
what
all.
Peg, you'd have to send a letter that says we're.
You're only talking 20
Yeah.
20 property owners, so
That.
that expense seems relatively small compared to going into 20 grand.
Yes, and like I said, a few people own several properties, so there's probably really only about 10 different landowners.
Tell them assessment might go up to 80, 90 bucks an acre. I'm sure
Yeah.
you get more of them in here.
Do we want to set a date on that so I can put it in the notice?
Sure.
Well, how long will it take you to do that?
I wonder if we need to advertise that, is that an actual, no,
You don't need to advertise the meeting or advertise the,
the meeting, just for like a
Preliminary hearing.
pre-construction meeting, or, I mean, we're gonna send out letters to every landowner, so.
you don't have to advertise in the sense of, other than notify the press that you're having a meeting, you know.
Which we're already, it's be during regular drainage work.
There's not a-
It's not a special meeting for it, it's
You
just.
need, you need 30 days to
So say,
notification
a
out, or
middle,
60 days.
I'd say 30.
so the second one in September.
Got September 2nd, which is on a Tuesday.
That's only like 2 weeks.
Not
No,
the
I'm
second,
just trying to
but
think it'd be that.
16th.
60.
Yeah.
My
Oh, wait,
anniversary
wait, I got 2027.
Oh, that's 2024.
We could probably pump
Is
letters
that a
out tomorrow.
commissioners meeting on a Tuesday as well, the 2nd?
And I get stressed
Yeah.
how important it is.
So
to
we
be
second.
said.
That would not be a good.
Tuesday,
No.
the second, and
Is
15th.
it the 15th is next
Is
week?
it? Okay.
But that gives you that'll be plenty of time for you to get that stuff out. Okay, I think we do that.
I mean, just put something there, you know, saying we estimate what the costs are gonna be, here's what it would be per acre. We really want to hear from you.
Yeah, we'd like your opinion on this. It's very important.
I'd like to see us get it resolved.
Probably not much else on the agenda, but for that one.
I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to hear what everybody has to say, so.
yes.
Because I have. Sometimes you get
It's
it.
everybody's water, but it's
Yes.
really affecting one huge property.
Yeah.
When we start talking to farmers, they seem to be more accepted and positive feedback on
Investing
this.
in drainage.
Right, yeah.
It'd be cheaper if the landowners all got together, paid for it themselves. That wouldn't have to be designed. Right?
And I believe your tenant farmer is gonna be in that day anyways, so.
As I say, is there other options that we can bring? Pay for them?
Basically, if they pay for it on their own, then they're not paying the 10% interest either as well.
It's true.
That's true.
They don't have 5 years to pay for it, but
So what you're saying is they could do it for a lot cheaper than going through the government.
normally can.
Cheaper than going through the government. Absolutely.
Never a truer words probably spoken.
Okay.
And a lot faster.
Although they would have to, they
Just has
still have to have our
permission,
blessing or permission, if you will,
Yeah.
to do it.
but again,
And we've done that before.
Mhm.
Some of them said, no, we don't want to be included in that. We'll take care of this section.
Yeah, it's been done. All right.
Sounds like marching orders.
Anything further, gentlemen?
I would like to add something a little bit if we could. Last Friday, we got a call from Mr. Pocock, down there on 600. Got a nasty letter from the contractor who was subbed underneath NIPSCO. Greg, can you help out a little bit with the content of that letter?
Yeah, InfoSource, he would be the senior manager of risk and claims. He had told Mr. Pocock that he had a meeting with the field supervisors guess you call them. They're claiming that they were told by the county that there was a tile that was only 5 foot deep, which they say there was, which there definitely was not a tile 5 foot deep right there. I mean, they were both 10 plus foot deep. They were told to dig at 12 to 14 foot, and that's the depth they dug at. And they were not told there was another tile there. So they believe the county is responsible for the damage.
And there is no lying whatsoever or fibbing. Greg and I were not, neither one of us were notified, neither one of us went out there. Again, we were asked to, and if we were recorded, I'd probably use some different colorful language, but I'm very upset with the subcontractors for NIPSCO.
We would never say a tile's 5 foot down. We don't know where a tile's down, especially on the shoulder like that. I mean, there's no way it was only 5 foot down.
So again, I don't know what to do. It's in the right of way, the break's in the right of way. I mean, Chip wants to do work in his right of way. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta get this fixed. Mr. Bocock has been more than patient about this.
So we have a call with NIPSCO. Natalie, she's on the environmental team. She's trying to help us. She wants to have a good relationship with the county. She wants NIPSCO to repair that relationship. So we have a call with her after this. She's been doing some digging and investigating on this issue. So I forwarded the email to her. We just need to call her after this meeting.
Did you supply those names and contacts that you've been with
Absolutely.
those folks
Yep.
before Wednesday?
Yes, absolutely. Would you like an email form?
That would be good.
It'll be emailed to all three of you. If you'd like. Perfect. Thank you.
So didn't Pocock's
There's
irrigation
still
company
executives
get
on
damaged too?
Wednesday.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're even saying that contact the county about, well, that's why they contacted Pocock and say, give us the county to get your damages taken care of. So the irrigation tower, he had some topsoil in his field. So he has some damages to that. They're saying, go to the county.
And if it was me personally, I would not be as nice as Mr. Pocock's being right now. I personally would be screaming. So.
And that Joe Thomas would have been one of them. One of the supervisors, probably telling the claims guy.
The one I was in here.
No, that guy we've never dealt with before. He's brand new to this. He's underneath the Natalie. that we're
Yeah, Joe
working.
Thomas is what I gave you the name for.
Yes,
And he was telling them what?
he's one of the ones that were telling the claims guy that they were told that a tile was 5 foot deep. And they were safe to dig at 12 to 14 feet, which we never, ever would have said anything like that. We don't know how deep these tiles are, especially if it's a clay tile that was installed 100 years ago. How would we know?
And Rick, you and I both know if NIPSCO tells us that a line is so deep and we hit it,
And they signed
it's still our trouble.
Well,
And
I'll
on these-
tell you.
I
know exactly.
They
We
agree.
would never tell.
Number 2, company shall notify the Steuben County Surveyor's Office at least 48 hours prior to commencing utility project construction within the statutory drainage easement. And the company shall visually locate the regulated drains under the supervision of the Steuben County Surveyor's Office. So they never called us.
Was not done.
They never visually located it.
If it would have been visually located, they wouldn't hit it. So we'll provide those information all through you guys, email form, all the contacts before Wednesday.
Yep.
Which is 2 days. We can do that tomorrow, Greg, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Okay.
And we can even give you an update on what we talked to Natalie about.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Just in the interest of full disclosure, Tim Fabright is a relative of mine. So, just so you know.
Oh, for,
Is it a conflict?
I have no peculiar interest in Fabright.
Yes, the majority of property out there.
let's just say, public input meeting. So, okay. All right, we are in recess. Yeah.
So I guess Tom will send out letters and then we'll have another meeting. What do you guys say, the 16th of September? 15th. September 15th.
That's, I think that.
We'll take a name.